by Capriona Gray, Pia Wurzbach, Vicky Bello, Bea Alonso, Nadine Lustre, LIZA Soberano, then MAINE Mendoza. So all of these celebrities have been actively posting their travels, and they have actually increased their followers as well. Those followers have become so inspired of the places that they go. So by recognizing them as pseudo endorsers of these places that they went to, but generally endorsers of travel, which also helps our industry. So I mean, in line with that, this is the first time we are recognizing them in line of our coming Travel Tour Expo, which is going to be this Friday. That's February 7, 8, and 9. That will be held here at the SMX. We are occupying the entire SMX halls 1 to 4 and function rooms on the second level, function rooms 1 to 5. So we are proud to say that PTAA, the Philippine Travel Agencies Association, is the organizer of the biggest travel show in the country. So it will be now on our 27th year, and each year we are just growing. Okay, I hope SMX can also grow with us, so we can expand further. But we have to optimize the available space that SMX currently have right now, and make sure that we still deliver the best deals for our travel consumers. So just on the side that, with the current situation that we have right now, the PTA has deployed precautionary measures for our patrons and exhibitors, just to ensure that we are continue to be safe and we promote responsible, healthy environment. Precautionary measures have been put in place. We are putting mandatory body temperature check in all access points to SMX. That's number one. Number two, we're also distributing. We have a medical team with an ambulance on standby, yeah, for the entire duration of the Travel Tour Expo. So with all this, I hope we can assure the public and our exhibitors that we have these precautionary measures in place for them to enjoy the best deals, so they can still grab those best deals and tick off those bucket list destinations in their bucket list if they want to travel. Thank you.
Good morning. Practically, our president already said all the precautionary measures that we have that's in place for the upcoming Travel Tour Expo. And if you have any additional questions that you would like to ask, we're open for your questions.
Can I just add, we are actually providing free entrances for the students on February 7th. That's Friday, on the first day. We're giving them free entrance as long as they are in their uniforms and they bring their valid IDs. We are also giving free entrance to all Citibank card holders. And in fact, on the first day, Citibank card holders will have 1 hour lead time. So from 8:30 to 9:30, we will open the doors of the Travel Tour Expo exclusive to Citibank card holders, so they are ahead of the pack in getting those best deals. So for general public, the show starts at 9:30 on Friday, then 9 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. And to add to that, the reason we're giving that to Citibank card holders are because they're our co-presenter, as well as Turkish Airlines, Tourism Promotion Board, Tourism Malaysia, and PLF as well.
Yes, sir.
Alvin from Bati tonight.
you have identified the top 10 celebrity travelers, is there going to be a night wherein you'll be able to get?
And they are, well, actually, there is no night that they will be here all together because, for one, our top one, Kim Yap, have just left after hosting our ITTE event the other night. So we will coordinate with our PRT if in some way or another they will be able to gather all of them.
If I may add to that, as of now, we're just recognizing them. But if there would be an opportunity for us to gather them all together, we would be happy to look at that. And, you know, it would be a nice evening where all of these top 10 would actually share in person their travel experiences. So that would be a nice thing to do. But for now, we're just recognizing them following the post that they have on their IGs.
So you've been talking about best deals. With the coronavirus scare and then the impending what's happening with the Taal right now, ano po yung mga best deals na sa tingin niyo makakapag-in tayo sa mga travelers to come to the Philippines?
Okay. We have special deals as much as 70% off. We have exhibitors from travel agents, from airlines, from hotels, cruise lines. I mean, they are offering discounts up to 70%. So I think with that kind of deal, it's very irresistible, and it's up for grabs. The travel validity that will be offered by our exhibitors are not only for immediate travel, so they can come even for travel in a few months' time or even in the second half of the year. They can already book that. So we actually encourage advanced purchase of those special deals as well. So they don't have to travel now. They can even travel later on to avail of those special deals.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sorry to add to that. The BPA Travel Tour Expo is known to give the best deals as compared to other travel tour expos. And since it's given ako na talagang sa amin kong event yung pinakamababa at pinaka-best deals, it's really no question na hindi mo siya mababa. So marami na pong nakakaano. And unfortunately, yung Taal event and the NCO is hampering, of course, the travelers to come to our event because of the scare. So that's why we, the organizing committee, have done our precautionary measures to ensure, not, of course, we cannot ensure safety as well, but of course, ensure that everything is in place, like all the safety measures that we have, the scanning, the sanitizers, and all of those that have been discussed by our president.
More than just best rates and special. When we say special deals, it doesn't say only discounted rates. It can be special deals comes with packages with added value service, added value products and items. You know, in tour packages, like for example, some of them offer free Wi-Fi SIM, from free travel insurance, or an extra night accommodation, or an extra access to an attraction on an optional basis. These are value-added items that makes gives more value to the package that they sell. So it's not always the price, it's the value of the entire package that comes with it that sometimes makes it the best deal.
We have Kate Agar, Brando B2B.
Hi, good morning. At the time when online booking is easily accessible to consumers, what are the advantages of coursing travel purchases through agencies?
The question is, what's the advantage coursing it through here, right? So, what the advantage of coursing it through here, as promised, that this is a one-stop shop that they can come. It's 3-day event, so they can purchase individually or separately hotels, airline tickets, cruise, train tickets abroad, And even luggage that they need for their travel is available during the expo, and they come on discounted or special deals. So event. Now, if I may highlight your question, booking your travel deals during the Travel Tour Expo, you're guaranteed with participating travel agency who are PDAA accredited. Travel agents participating on the Travel Tour Expo are limited or exclusive to PDAA accredited agents only. So they can be assured that they have the association backing up these agents as well.
And ma'am, to add to that, one big advantage of booking through a travel agent is the person-to-person experience. Unlike if you book online, of course, you can book everything, but if something happens, you don't have anybody to go to. And that's a big advantage of a travel agent.
Thank you.
From Rico Miranda.
Hi, good morning. Just in case, since you already released top 10 celebrities, do you also have a list of top destinations most traveled by Filipinos as well? International and local?
We have not done that as a list, but I can give you on top of my mind as far as our members, what our members are selling. On the international front, Japan comes first in line. Japan, Korea, the neighboring countries, our neighboring countries like Singapore, Hong Kong, notwithstanding the situation in Hong Kong, the numbers might have significantly might have dropped, but there's still people going to Hong Kong except after yesterday where there is a directive. So as of now, Filipinos are back to travel to Hong Kong. I hope that will not be too long because Hong Kong has always been a favorite destination as well for Filipinos. Now on the longer haul, of course, United States is there. It's one of the favorites. You have Europe, and from the side of the PDAA, some of our agents are also promoting now some new emerging destinations or exotic destinations. Parts of Africa is being promoted during the Travel Tour Expo. On the domestic front, of course, the beach destinations. Those are the destinations that we're really proud of, and we're happy to promote. And people still queue up to go to places like Boracay, Siargao, El Nido, Bohol, Cebu. And like for Cebu, it's not only the beaches, even the canyoneering is now an attraction. It's down south. And we have as well Davao. Is also up north. We have the Ilocos region that's being promoted as well. For Luzon, what is strongly promoted are the weekend drives or the long weekend drives to as far as Ilocos or to the west to Zambales or the east, Baler and other parts of the Luzon.
To add to that, of course, now a lot of people are now going to farther destinations like the Northern Lights. That's so far yan po yung mga top destinations. And then of course, yung mga Asian, mga short haul na Bangkok, Thailand, Singapore, Indochina are still there. And then sa domestic, of course, Batanes is one of them. Siargao na mentioned na Tigres. So more people, because of the Instagram, not only for the celebrities, but also the travel agents do those posts, or entirely the whole people also who post these places. They really encourage people to go to those places in directly saying that it's safe to go there because of the post that you'll be seeing.
Going back to the top celebrities, though, and, as I mentioned earlier, they're like pseudo endorsers. We've seen posts of celebrities in places that are not really very popular. And no matter how, regardless of it's a nice location or not, but when they post on that particular site, it just becomes so beautiful with them on it, or the celebrities on it. But some place well known to everyone, but some celebrities recently went there, post some pictures on Santa Town, then there's Reykjavik in Iceland. So these kind of places are, before, like, you would hardly hear people traveling to these places, but because of social media, the celebrities traveling to there, we travel agents are now receiving inquiries for this kind of places. So this is also why we want to acknowledge the celebrities.
Next question from RN Marcelo.
Good morning. May question po, sir, is there, may say po ba yung PTAA sa mga rates na i-impose po ng mga travel agencies? For example, meron ng certain rates kapag domestic, international. Kasi may mga scenario talaga na once na nabook mo na, hindi mo naiiwasan na may mga hidden charges po pala yung mga nabubook ng mga magta-travel.
Actually, yung hidden charges kasi, from a travel agent side, we advise everything that's in it. For example, may promo lumabas, bawa, $90. Itong $90 na to, when you see it on the paper or online, you can easily book it. But yun nga, at the end of booking it, makikita nyo maraming mga add-ons doon. Unlike from a travel agent, itong $90 na to, up front, we will advise you that this is just a fare, ito pa yung mga additional, and of course, we give you the privilege or we give you the chance to let us know kung ano yung gusto nyo ilagdag, like for example, additional baggage, travel insurance, we offer all of them. Even the visa restrictions of each destinations, we advise you. So, yun po yung nagiging advantage ng booking through a travel agent na sasabi namin sa inyo yung mga yun.
Pero yung sa rates po, kung yung mga travel agency na mag-impose na ganitong rates, kailangan ba-approve mo na ng PDA during the travel expo po?
No, most of the rules and conditions of cancellations are provided by travel suppliers with the likes of airlines. Sila nagbibigay, hindi ang PTA. So, we as the organizers, we actually just gather everyone to, we create a venue for them to sell their products. But however, all of those are governed by the applicable rules and conditions of whatever product. If they're selling a ticket, that's governed by the airline. It's not actually governed by the travel agency. It's dictated by the airline of the specific flow that we are purchasing.
But sir, just to assure you, all the rates of the airlines pass through the PTA board. So, itong mga rates na ibibenta namin during the travel expo, dumadaan muna sa amin yan. And we are checking kung talagang mababa. Kung hindi siya mababa, ibabalik namin sila sa airline. Sabihin, kasi we have records of rates na binigay nila for the past years. So, doon din namin kino-compare. So, pag nakita namin, ay mas mababa po binigay nyo last year. So, we haggle also for the travel agents who are participating so that they can give the travelers the best deals.
Then one last question na lang po. Since 27 PTA po, kapag nag-28 PTA na po ba, is there a chance po na kuha na kayo ng at least one sa top 10 na influencer na maging possible na mag-boost ng promotion ng travel expo?
We can consider that. I'm taking that as a suggestion from you. We'll consider that. That would be a good idea.
Given a chance, sino po ba ang gusto niyo? Intereso.
Sasagutin ko to para sa kasama ko, hindi para sa si LIZA Soberano.
Thank you po. Next, John Brenna from Kumangka.
Thank you so much for the introduction. Sir, just one question. How many members do you have currently on PTAA? And can you tell us who or how much of them is actually going to be presenting on the 3 days that's going to be on the 27 PTAA?
We have a total of 650 members composing of travel agents, airlines, hotels, resorts, and other travel-related organizations. That also includes the foreign tourism organizations that our members were affiliated with us. Now, in the Travel Tour Expo, we have over 400 exhibitors that will be participating. So, we will be occupying a total more than 16,000 square meters of the SLX.
Are really crazy. Are you addressing those as well?
Yes, in fact, yeah. This is our 27th year. I think starting from the 25th year, we started addressing that because queues outside on a Friday starts as early as 4 o'clock in the morning. They queue up. Okay, they're really crazy. That's the right word to actually put that. And what happened was in the previous years, what we've done is we actually do our opening ceremony on the same day. So pag nag-opening ceremony kami, especially if there's a VIP, then like one time we had the former President Noynoy Aquino opening that. So all access had to be shut down. So that caused a delay. Parang 12 na ata nakapasok yung mga tao to start selling. So that was a bit unkind for the people to wait. No? What we've done in the past 2 years, and we're doing it now, we're separating the opening ceremony. We're opening it a day early by invitation only. So hindi pa siya open to public. Para on the first day of selling, pasok na card holders, pasok na later to the general public and go to the event.
Alright, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We have a question from Ian of INC TV.
Hindi po kami ayan sa TV network. Iba po yung station. Pero sa amin din po. Kami na 25 po. Sorry to ask. Sa amin din po yung pero religious po namin. Kami po commercial.
The news.
From net 25 po, news. Bali, sorry to ask this po, pero hindi po kasi kami nakarating ng maaga. Baka po natanapin kami. Since this is the hot topic of our country, the same time po ng mundo na po, how does affect po yung, alam niyo naman po yung hinaharap po ngayon situation ng bansa at saka ng mundo about the coronavirus. Naapektuhan po ba kayo ito? And at the same time, ano po yung ginagawa niyo po ng mga platforms or steps po para maiwas, ma-push pa rin po yung mga ganito po mga things?
Okay. The impact is significant. But the impact that it has created is a travel environment, the coronavirus. Okay? What we wanted to do, in fact, to be honest with you, it came to a point a few days back, we actually thought, tutuloy ba natin or hindi? We are afraid that people might not come. However, we have to, as an association, we have to take lead in diffusing that travel scare. We have to take lead to promote and safe travel and ensuring that those precautionary measures recommended by the Philippine Department of Health and the World Health Organization is followed. And I think as long as we're responsible on our individual cleanliness, hygiene, malaking bagay na yun para ma-protektahan natin ang sarili natin sa spread ng virus. As of today, unfortunately, we have confirmed cases. Mayroong isa, we have already one incident of death. But again, I mean, in comparison to previous scenarios where there was a health scare, hindi ito kasing laking nakaraan compared to H1N1 or to SARS. But then again, like I've said, I'm not undermining the current ENCO. What we have done so far, from our members, we've sent out advisory on precautionary measures. We have also sent out press releases of precautionary measures that we are implementing during this travel tour expo, just to assure the patrons and the exhibitors of what we are doing and what we put in place.
Ano-ano po yung mga promotions na ginagawa ninyo, sir, in connection with this upcoming February 7th activity?
We are doing it all through media, on different channels of media. So we've been guesting in TV shows, radio shows. We also have hyped up our campaigns in social media through boosting. We have reached out also to the different, of course, we have our members to actually support.
Top 10 celebrity po na ina-announce ninyo. Meron po ba kayo talaga na celebrity na nagpo-push po at the same time naging ambassador or nagpo-promote po itong event ninyo?
We actually don't have an ambassador yet as of this time because as it is, the Travel Tour Expo, as one of our reporters said, is a crazy event. Marami po talaga pupunta. We actually don't have an ambassador as of now, but we might be.
Yung ibang exhibitors namin, like yung mga merong yung mga National Tourism Office ng Korea, they'll be bringing in celebrities in their booth. The name just came out of my mind as of the moment.
And Sura Hines. Actually, the KTO1 for the Korean Tourism Organization always brings celebrities during the event. Even the Japan National Tourism Organization, they always have their ambassadors racing. I don't remember exactly the date. They bought in Sandara Park, which we bought the side of guests as well.
Last year's Tourism Authority of Thailand, they brought in Robin Domingo.
Just to answer his question, Korean Tourism Office is bringing in LIZA, Domingo, SB19, and Karil. So each day, they will have in the center stage these artists.
From February 7 to
February 7
Liza de Castro po.
LIZA.
Liza de Castro.
That would be 3 days
Okay.
on the center stage.
May question din po yung mga kasama namin press po. Dun po sa top 10 po na celebrities na ina-announce ninyo po, ano po yung naging basis ninyo doon? At the same time po, bakit po lahat mga babae? Meron naman po kasi isang lalaki po, pero
Alright, I guess as mentioned earlier, what we've done, we've actually pulled a 3-man team to look into IG post celebrities, but we only cut it down to 10. And based on the number of posts for the past 2 years, doon namin yung posible yung most travel. So, Team Yap, if I remember my statistics correctly, in the past 2 years had like 45 different destinations, to travel 45 different destinations. Now, even before we have calculated that, Team Yap was so kind enough to actually be our MC the other night during our International Travel Trade Expo Gala Cocktail. And even that evening, he hosted the event. After that, he left for the airport and traveled again. So, I guess, talagang well-traveled si Vivian. And hindi po totoo na, I mean, there was no intention na puro babae yun. So, it was just based on the tabulation that came out wherein 9 out of 10 are all female. I guess it also has something to do na mas pa-post talaga yung babae siguro. So, this is just based on their post. There might be some male celebrities who might have traveled more than these people, but we base it on the post that they do on Instagram.
Yeah, we base it on the post and engagement of each post. We were actually surprised na puro babae talaga. So, as President Richie said, it might be that male are they don't really post that much.
I share kay Ma'am Michelle, as forwards sa Philippine travel industry, what can you suggest sa mga millennials na nagtitipid. Pero who wants to see the Philippines? A destination na sa tingin nyo, kaya pagtutunan. Kasi usually kasi ang travel kasi ngayon, halos pareho lang presyo ng bangko. Dagdag going to Boracay. Ang Boracay naman, pakapunta kang minsan, okay na. Kung hindi naman ako, hindi ko mahilig sa beach, like me, mahilig sa beach, nangangati ako. I love the mountains. But I don't want to diba?
Actually, ang mga millennials kasi talagang may time kasi talaga sila magbusisi on their own. But little do they know, na itong mga binubusisi nila, if they go through a travel agent, hindi na nila kailangan mag-spend ng hours or days para busisiin lahat yun. Because all of these back and forth, kung ano mga ano dyan, alam ng travel agency yan. So, there are travel agents who specialize in certain destinations. So, maybe yun na kailangan nilang ma-discover din. And then, ang common connotation kasi ng mga millennials, if they do it online, they are saving more than booking through a travel agent. Travel agents only package or do the itineraries for a minimal fee. If you will, ito nga, meron din po kaming, for example, meron na kaming mga clients na yan, that go through online na. But eventually, they came back to us because after doing everything online, to sum it up, mas lalo pa silang napapamahal kaysa nakakamura or it's really to maximize the money that you have. So I suggested for the millennials na of course mahirap mag-ipon eh. Siyempre yung mga millennials, lahat ngayon nagsisave na sila ng money for travel. So ang ano lang is that mag-list sila ng mga gusto nilang puntahan, i-budget nila. So, from there, mag-compare din sila kung saan sila, not only, kasi not only yung makakamura in terms of yung money na sispend nila, or, kasi dapat yun all round. Diba?
May we request our president to mention at the end the top influencers as far as PTA is concerned so that we can.
Yeah, as mentioned earlier, that what we have, the people that we have selected is number 1, Pina, 2 is Heart Evangelista, 3 is Louie, 4 is Capio Gray, number 5 is Pia Wersbach, 6 is Baby Bello, followed by Bea Alonso, then NADINE Lustre, LIZA Soberano, then MAINE Mendoza.
Those are the top 10. Also, we would like to highlight the presence of this artist on the event. On Friday, Liza De Castro will be there. You can write that also in your articles.
Mga friends, media and bloggers, pakisingin, ang mga dito.
I just wanted to add, what's so special about the celebrities posting their pictures? The difference, I mean, lahat tayo nagtatravel dito. And when we go to a new place, we have our photo taking. And that's it, just us standing in the background. But these celebrities, when they travel, they not only speak about the site, they speak about the experience. Okay? Travel is all about experience. So these celebrities actually dress up for their photo shoot. Okay? Kung nasa beach, talaga they wear the proper attire to have that. Then they actually do activities with their picture. Okay? Either sipping very nice mango juice by the beach, or a cocktail, or sitting down on a Parisian coffee shop, sipping coffee. May mga ganyan silang dramas sa pictures nila, which makes it more attractive. It tells more in front of a popular landmark. So I think that's what makes it really different, and that's where their followers are getting more excited or encouraged to go to this kind of destination, to experience the same activity that their celebrities are doing in these destinations.
As an aside pala, please also mention, this artist will have a meet and greet in the Korean Tourism Office booth. on all those days mentioned. For LIZA, she will be performing at 4 p.m. So I presume that's going to be before the performance. And then SB19, they will be there by 4 p.m. That's on the center stage. And Karel will be there at 2 p.m. center stage. So every day, it's either in middle before or after their performance. Thank you.
Last question, bago natin tapusin, may mga tanong pa ba? Para yung iba dyan na gusto mag-interview, on cam, para hindi nag-graduate, ingay yung paligid. Habang may relax siguro,
If you can just add it on your post, hashtag PKA Travel Tour Expo 2020. You can add that. Thank you.
last question. Sir, pinapatanong ng mga present ngayon, para matikman ang hospitality ng mga travel agents na yan, wala bang pa-farm food at local? Para bongga, alam mo naman yan, madali kaninyuhin. Talaga kung sino mag-sponsor, ipupush natin ang todo.
Tanong ba na lahat? Tanong mo. Tanong na lahat, tanong mo.
Tanong namin.
Joke lang.
Tanong namin.
Yeah, we can, I mean, at this point, of course, the spot ako. Pero, let us consider that. We look into if we can do that. Let's try to find a sponsor that can bring the media together with PTA.
Actually, the association, we have familiarization trips for the travel agents that are sponsored by airlines or by tour operators. And in every trips that we have, we actually bring in a sponsor a media together with us. So, syempre, di naman po namin sabay-sabay lahat. But, yes, we do that. Every time we have a fan trips, we bring in a media together with us.
Yun na, Roldan o Editor of Abante, narinig na natin. From Michelle. Kayo Madam Dolls.
Well, we have plans, the RPT President have plans to have a farm trip in Turkey with Cyprus. So we're just finalizing it. Yeah, and November, we'll just wait for his advice.
May mga tanong pa, sir. Last words ni Madam Michelle.
Again, we'd like to invite all of you, if you can post it, na tuloy ang Travel Tour Expo. Tuloy po ito sa February 7 to 9, so see you all there.
Sa kabila ng virus.
Sa kabila ng virus, tuloy ang Travel Tour Expo.
As my last word, I would just like to thank our partners who have supported us. Then we have Tourism Malaysia and PLDT. So I'd just like to thank all of them for their support for the 27th edition of the PTA Travel Tour Expo. I'd also like to acknowledge the presence of my fellow board members who are here today. Of course, starting from Dali Santos. And at the back, we have Mr. Frank Tan, Mr. Chico Tega, Boy Reo, Rene Lazaro. Where's Rene? Okay. All right. So thank you very much for coming this morning. And we'll continue to be here when you have lunch. We can probably still, if you have questions, please come and we'll be happy to answer them. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother friends. Brother friends, Rita? Kasi yung gusto ng medyo close-up interview, dapat na lang tayo. You want sila both? Sorry. Para makita yung Let's close.